Hi, I'm Debbie from the Quilt Journal, and today I'm going to be talking about Quilter's Groove ProLine rulers. They're put out by Lisa Calle from Stonehouse Quilting, and I'm going to be coming at this review primarily from the angle of the sit-down quilter, whether you're on a long arm or a domestic. I'm going to start with here at my domestic machine. I am currently at a baby lock and I've got my ruler foot on and I'm pretty much ready to go. Let me talk about the ruler for a minute. The ruler is very flat. I do have enough clearance around my ruler foot. It can get a little snug towards the back, but it's doable. You'll have to look at your particular setup with your ruler foot on your domestic machine. I know some of the Genomes and different ones have a walking foot to the back, and it may limit what you can put under your foot. Now, I want to point out something that Lisa did do. Let me see if you can see with my hand behind it. She put all these laser marked degree angles for registration marks to keep you straight and honest as you're going along and you're stitching this out. There's 90 degrees, 60 degrees, 45 degrees, and they're just scattered all the way all over the top of this template, really helping quite a bit to keep you on track and keep you straight. It has a channel here that's cut because I think that this was really made for a long arm, and it's intended to go in around your hopping foot and then the foot to sit in the channel. It is not a problem on my baby lock. There is enough in my foot uptake that I can simply just slip that foot into the channel that I need it to be. Okay, let me go ahead and pull up my threads and let's get started. Okay, here we are back at the domestic sewing machine, and I have my threads pulled up. I have my ruler foot in the channel, and when you read Lisa's instructions, this side, the solid side that does not have the groove in it, cut in it, the channel cut in it to get access to the main channel, this upper side is referred to side A, and we'll refer to the bottom side that has this cut in it as side B. Now, remember your ruler foot is 1/4 of an inch from this needle to the outside edge of the ruler foot. So as I'm bumping that ruler foot up against the edge of the north side of this side A of this template, I have 1/4 of an inch. So I have it placed. I marked my little quilt, my sandwich, and I have it placed just to the smushed up against that side A. And you maintain a little bit of attraction and you come on down. When you get to the end, you need to stop with your needle in the down position and you take a couple stitches forward until you bump into this bottom side, the B side of your quilt template, and stop again with your needle in the down position. And then just move that template forward until A side is back bumped up against the back of the foot. Once you do that, go ahead, stitch on back down that same line, maintaining a little bit of a traction or a pull towards you. Get to your finish line, needle down, walk it up till it bumps up into this B side, and then once again slide that template forward. Now, on my baby lock, I have fairly good clearance all the way around it to move my foot. Once this hopping foot lowers totally, there is some pressure on here, but it doesn't affect my ability to maneuver this template around my baby lock. Like I said, you'll have to check and look at your own. Now, I drew my registration marks. I can, go ahead and line this up if I needed to with the 45-degree angle to check to see if I'm straight. I'm just going to use these 90-degree angle straight down. And the other thing I like about putting the A side away from me is the lip, the previous stitch line after I pull forward is sitting right, the ruler is now sitting right on the previous stitched line, is the best way that I can say that to you. And maintain a little bit of tension and go ahead and bring it on down. Now, I've played around with these, doing, you know, outline stitches, different designs, and they work out great. I just have to remember that to stop with the needle down. Sometimes if I'm distracted, you know, you're used to picking up that template on your rulers, and you get to the end of the line and you automatically pick it up and line it up and realign. On this, you leave it needle down, and you got to bring it forward till it bumps, slide it back up under your foot. Make sure that your little registration marks are staying right where you want them to be, and go on back. Now, on the baby lock, and I'm running a little bit off there because I'm shooting this through a camera, trying to give you best visibility that I can. I have not really found that it's a disadvantage on my baby lock to stitch vertically either. I can go this way and realign, and actually that would have been done the opposite way, where my solid stitching line would have been there. I stop, I stitch on forward, move my template up, and make another vertical pass. I have not found it to be a problem stitching one way or another on my domestic machine. Now, that's going to depend on yours. The APQS George is a different story. I have found that that isn't as flexible, and if we just want to regroup here in a minute, I'll take it over to the George and I'll point out where I think this works best and where I think it falls short because of my hopping foot. Okay, here we are at the APQS George, the sit-down long arm, and as you can see, I have all this teeny tiny 1/4 inch cross hatching in this area. I have my registration marks drawn in so that I can line up the laser angle marks that Lisa Calle has on her ruler. It does a really great job too of just nice straight lines. Let's see if I can get that you can do straight lines and borders and things like that. As far as, you know, getting it on your long arm, and which is I think really what this was intended for, it just kind of slides in and around and you have it on there. I've played with this different ways, and on the George, and I don't think that you can really see it on here, I'll put a still photo on my website, but there is this littlest little nub up here on the ankle of the foot, and it just holds that ruler out if you're trying to sew vertically about 1/8 of an inch, I'd say. Where if you keep your sewing on the George, once again, that left to right, that it doesn't have that, and all your spacing between your cross hatching will march out being the same width. When doing this way, that little lip on that side, it, you know, would make that box just a smidgy off, so that when I got to the other side and I had to do the reverse and stitch down, that you began to get one, you know, box that was a square and the next one was really a rectangle. So that is my critique on sewing on the George. It's best if it's done. You can do it at a 45-degree angle. It works great. It slides back and forth this way, and you can go from one side to another. I would just avoid going on the vertical. I think if you have a Sweet 16 or a Handy Quilter, their hopping foot is made so it's just different from ours, and it's very much a circle that I think that you would get an easy 360 all the way around on the Sweet 16. So that's pretty much my review of the Quilter's Groove. I think that it is a handy little tool to have in your arsenal of quilting tools. These come, like I said before, from a 1/16 of an inch all the way up to an inch width for your cross hatching. I think the 1/16 of an inch equally is just awesome. I don't know of anybody really out there that's coming out much in the way of rulers that would give you straight lines at about a 1/16 of an inch. So I think that that is a great thing too. Lisa also has them in a curved, and the curved, she has a curve light and a regular curve. And I think that the Pro Curve has a more significant angle of their curve than the curve light. So anyway, I do like them. It's just, it takes a little getting used to the switching back and forth, coming up, taking those couple stitches, bouncing into that B side, pulling your Quilter's Groove roller towards you, and then going on down. That is, you know, the biggest thing, that it's just a little bit different from pretty much everything else that's out there, so you kind of have to stop and think about it. Bringing it forward, stopping, sliding your template towards you, and going ahead and going all the way down to the other end, back and forth. So I do think that they are a really cool little gizmo. I hope you enjoyed my review of the Quilter's Groove ProLine rulers. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.